We went to Portugal in Ericeira to visit his sister and family. So Olaf came to pick us up from the airport and we'll be staying with them in their rented apartment. So this is the room that we will be staying in. It's very simple but also very nicely decorated. They rented this apartment for just a few months and it comes with a very nice ocean view and you can also see the sunset from here. And because we were quite jet-lagged, so we rested for a few hours before coming out for lunch together. So they brought us to Tic Tapas to try out some Portuguese food, and we didn't really make reservations, so we had to wait a while before getting a seat. Umi was still getting used to us, so we've been trying to interact with her as much as we can. We ordered quite a few dishes, but I think my favorite would be the aglio olio. We also had like steak strips, some mussels, some charred chili thingy, and I realized that they use a lot of olive oil in their food actually. After lunch, we went to the beach to walk around, and the week that we visited Portugal is, I think, the rainy season or something like that, so it's been pretty gloomy. I don't remember the name of this cafe, but it was near the beach area, and then they sell drinks and egg tart, and so I got chai latte and we also tried their egg tart. We did ask them to warm it up for us, but I think she forgot, so it wasn't as nice, and we also realized that the egg tarts tend to have a very soft custard texture. We chilled in a cafe for a bit, then we went to walk around the area to explore. I don't remember what event this was, but it was actually really very crowded. And I was just randomly filming and I noticed that there was a rainbow on top, and it's actually a double rainbow, just that the second one wasn't that obvious. Portugal is also famous for their ouriços, which is like another type of eggy pastry. So we came to this place where they make a lot of pastries with just like egg, sugar and flour. So we got 4 of those ouriços and one egg tart looking thingy. I don't really know what it is. We stopped by Jogo's Santa Casa to get another Portuguese egg tart. Portugal is really a haven for people with sweet tooth because they have a lot of pastries. So when we went back home, I microwaved them to make it warmer and more delicious. This ouriços has like a burnt caramel at the top and very soft insides, and it's actually really very good. For the egg tart, you can't really go wrong with it. It's just flaky and sweet inside like the other egg tart that we had, and you can see how soft the custard is. At night, we went to the supermarket called Intermarché to buy some groceries because I brought like bak kut teh paste, chicken rice paste, so that we could have some home-cooked meal on one of the days. And we just bought like vegetables, chicken meat and some breakfast essentials since we don't have hotel breakfast. And for dinner, we had pizza from Secret Oven and had it Ubered to us. I think we got margarita, 4 cheese and also mushroom pizza. For brunch, we came to Villa Brunch Cafe, and I like how the insides look very unique and interesting, and there weren't a lot of people when we first arrived, but it quickly filled up later. So I like how they also served us water in this glass bottle because it just looks classier that way. And I ordered the avocado toast with eggs and sweet potato chips, and even though like the interior is stunning and all that, but I feel that the food is like your typical cafe food, nothing too special. And we also shared caramel pancakes for desserts. After brunch, his sister brought us to her favorite coffee place called Tiger and Chick. So it's a really small and cozy cafe, and they also don't have a lot of options in the menu to choose from. I don't really drink coffee, so I ordered chai latte instead, and we also managed to get like window seats so that we could watch people walk by, and we were just there for a while and just chill and chit chat. This chai latte really had a chokehold on me, like literally I've been choking on this drink because there's so much spice in there. After that, Olaf went back with Umi so she could have her afternoon nap, while the rest of us just continued exploring the area and looking at the architecture around. I was also looking for some skincare products, so we stopped by this pharmacy to see if they had it in stock. I needed more of it because in US you need a prescription from a dermatologist to be able to get it. And I think they normally sell 1 box per customer, but this guy was nice enough to give us 2. And after that we went to Nutwood to try some of the gelato. So we bought like pistachio, some hazelnut chocolate thing which is like Kinder Bueno, and also this lime sorbet which reminds me of Solero. Our vacation in Portugal is really a chill one. We just eat, drink, have snacks, have desserts, have egg tarts, and really just have fun. Although we were very full, my husband wanted to try this because we have walked past this shop multiple times. So we went in and got ourselves a plain croissant that has powdered sugar sprinkled on top. And honestly, this is surprisingly good. It's flaky and also very buttery. After Umi had her nap, we met up again and we went to Ribeira, which is like a beach area so that Umi could run around and use up her energy. And for once, the weather was actually nice because it has been like gloomy and rainy the past few days and there were a lot of surfers. We came to this 5E Mio tap room to have some drinks and also wait for his sister to be done with yoga class, and we had such a westernized experience where we were like chatting with people beside us and even across the room. Then we had Thai food for dinner, not from a restaurant, but we bought it homemade from a Thai lady. We will be heading to Sintra, which is a town that was once a summer retreat for Portuguese nobility and royalty. So we had some egg and tortilla wrapped with fruit while waiting for this girl to get ready. And the place that we visited is called the Palace of Pena. I believe it's a UNESCO World Heritage Site. And I really like looking at olden days architecture and seeing how detailed everything is. So this place is super huge, and I'll just throw in like some clips of this palace.
The ceiling room is super clean.
After the palace, we came to this historic center of Sintra to get lunch, and we were spoiled for choices because there were so many restaurants, but we went for the one with the least queue. So this is the little blue shop that we saw through an alley. It's a really small restaurant and they don't really have a lot of options in the menu also. So they served us bread plate for starters. In US this would be free, but we had to pay for this. And I had medium rare steak and my husband got the cod fish. But I feel that the food is mediocre because my steak wasn't even medium rare, it looks more medium to me. We still had space for desserts, so we got egg tarts from one of these like popular shops, and we bought it fresh and warm and immediately tasted it. The custard was almost like liquid, and because it's warm it made it like super sweet. It's definitely one of the nicer ones. It was a super fun and tiring day, but even after coming back home, we have to entertain this girl because she is full of energy. So for dinner, we cooked bak kut teh using the paste that I brought. We made sesame oil spinach and also tomato eggs. And because Olaf is allergic to pork, so we swapped it out for chicken instead. After staying there for a few days, our daily routine is to wake up and play with her. After that, the guys went down to the sourdough bakery nearby to get breakfast for us before we head out. And we went to the Lisbon Sports Hall so my husband could collect his half marathon race pack. His sister managed to buy over tickets from someone and gave it to him as a gift. And this is him collecting his free t-shirts. And these kind of t-shirts always look horrendous for some reason. What we also like about collection day is that there will be free things like bananas, kombucha drink, and also this latte macchiato that we got. Then we met up with his sister at the Korean barbecue place called Han Table Barbecue. We didn't order any barbecue dishes, just their cooked dishes. So we got bibimbap, seafood pancake, and japchae, but the food didn't taste authentic at all. So right beside the barbecue place is a bubble tea shop, and we went in to get drinks. So I got oolong milk tea with lychee boba, and this bubble tea is actually pretty good. You can never have enough egg tarts, so we came to another popular outlet called Mantegueira, and we are on a hunt to find the best egg tart in Portugal. So Portugal is really big on being environmentally friendly, so I like how they packed the tarts into like the small box. And most egg tarts, they will give you like cinnamon powder and powdered sugar to add on top if you want, but this they already added cinnamon into the custard itself. We weren't super hungry yet, but we were tired, so we had ramen to go at this Afuri ramen place. For lunch, we came to this cafe called Green is Good. They sell healthy food and fruit juice. So my husband just came back from running his half marathon, so we got some energy boosting juice. I ordered the sweet potato nochi, which I think is a little bit too green for my liking, but if you like healthy food, then I think it's pretty good. My husband got the mashed potato and salmon, which is not bad as well. Since the weather was super cold, we came back to Tiger and Chick for a warm drink, and since I didn't feel like choking today, I got myself a hojicha latte instead. It's our last day in Ericeira, so we went down to the beach again to just chill and enjoy the waves. We didn't really have much planned that day. I also don't know what's the name of this cafe, but we found ourselves indoor seats because it was really cold and windy outside. We bought hot tea, beer and fries, which was perfect for the weather, and we sat there for a few hours until it was sunset time. And for our last dinner together before his sister heads back to Netherlands, we chose this pasta place called Cucina 57, and I recommend getting reservations because it filled up pretty quickly. So we got this prawn pasta, which was really good, and I also got the carbonara, but I didn't really like the bacon bits and I preferred like noodle type pasta. And when the bill arrived, it's funny how they placed it inside this wooden box. We said our goodbyes to everyone, and then we took an Uber to Lisbon to stay for our final night. So after checking into the hotel and putting down our luggages, we went out to Time Out Market for lunch. So this place is like a food hall with a lot of options, and it's very crowded, so it's a bit hard for you to find seats. And because there were so many things to choose from, we couldn't really decide what we wanted to eat, so we just went for the safest option, which is to have Japanese sushi. So we got ourselves a combo platter and also salmon taco, and the food was good and also very fresh. When I was researching around the area, I saw a lot of people talking about this Copenhagen coffee place, so I got chai latte and he got his espresso, and honestly this is one of the best chai latte I've ever drank. It has like hazelnut flavoring inside and it's really good. Portugal is also famous for sardines in a tin, but it was like €9 for one tin, so we didn't get any in the end. We then walked around aimlessly just to explore the area and admire the architectures, but we had some time on our hands, so we went to visit this earthquake museum. I didn't really film anything because our phones were dying, but yeah, if you have nothing to do, you can check it out. If not, I think it's fine to skip this museum. So we had our last Portuguese egg tart at Pastéis de Belém. This is another popular brand, and it's amazing how their pastries are pretty decently priced. So we bought 4, so we could each have 2. So we went to Starbucks to get a drink and have our egg tart. Out of all the egg tarts we have had, I think this is our favorite because the crust feels more handmade and the custard had the perfect texture and also sweetness to it. After charging our phones back at the hotel, we wanted to have a proper Portuguese dinner on our last day. So before the food even arrived, my husband already liked the vibes of this place. It feels very old school and authentic. The food did not disappoint though. We had grilled octopus, which was cooked to perfection, and it was so soft and easy to chew. These clams were alright, nothing special honestly. And then we had the shellfish rice dish, which reminds us of like pao fan, and we like that it has a bit of spice in it. This is our first time in an European country and we really enjoyed ourselves. The weather, although gloomy at times, was actually pretty cooling, and the people were all so friendly and polite. We didn't face any racism or anything like that. The things there were affordable and you don't have to pay tips and you still get genuine service. So Ericeira is just full of like beachy, chill, laid-back vibes. Honestly, there weren't a lot of Asians there. It felt like we were the only ones. But if you are more of a city person, then Lisbon has more shopping and more Asian food. So yeah, that's the end of our travel and we will see you guys in our next video.